Hello, everybody, and welcome to another class here at Burn, you beautiful Burn babies. My name's Scott Freeman. I'm going to be coaching up a 30-minute slide with weights today, okay? And here's a little bit of a consideration for you. I'm going to be using just 5-pound weights. I would say a lot of these, you could use 3 heavy watches, but anywhere from 2 to 7 or 8 pounds is probably a perfect range. These are a lot of toning exercises today. We're really gonna work through the shoulder joint as well as get the glutes and hamstrings all worked up and get your heart rate up. We're hitting everything today. You know how we do it around here. So first we're gonna start with our group warm up, nice and smooth. Turn those toes out 45 degrees. And as always, we first gotta unlock the hips, pull your knees apart, just drop down into that squat. Hands behind your head, super simple. Interlace your fingers at the base of your skull and try to push your skull back into your hands to start lifting your spine up and engaging those middle spine muscles. Pull your belly button up and in, pull your knees apart to engage your outer glutes. Just give me a little pulse. Nice and smooth. Instead of worrying about burning out right at the beginning, we're just checking your range of motion. So try to drop a little lower and go a little slower. 15 seconds here. And already you're like, oh no, what's Scott planned for me? It's gonna be rough, but just be patient. We're gonna make it through it. 7 seconds on. Touching down to stretching overhead in 4, 3, 2. Touch your hands down to the floor. Put a full palm on the ground just to prove your depth, like you're reading some checkoff at a coffee shop. Then reach it overhead, touch it down, stretch your spine, touch it down again. Nice and easy. Every reach overhead is a decompression of your vertebrae. Think about the cat hang in there poster. That's what we're looking for at the top. 7 seconds on, nice and simple. In 4, 3, 2, reach your hands overhead, turn your wrists in, and we're just gonna hinge your hips back here. So we press your butt to the wall behind you. We call this a good morning, but in leaving our elbows and hands long overhead, we're also engaging our shoulder blades. Press your hips through, drive your thumbs back, pull your belly button in, shift your hips back. Nice and simple, 30 seconds on. I'll show you the profile view as we work through here. Straight line from bow to stern, bow being your fingertips, stern being your tailbone, no tucking. Really easy, okay? There's tons of work today. You don't need to rush. We're just trying to extend your range of motion to begin. 10 seconds on. Nice and smooth, 2 or 3 more reps. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Final piece of the puzzle, hands behind your head, squat it down. Stand it up, reach, but punch your thumbs as far back as possible. Good morning, hinge your hips. Connect the dots. 30 seconds to start lengthening that spine and getting all those muscles connected from fingertip to heel. Take your time, no rush here. 20 seconds on. In 10. Beautiful, guys. Just getting working here. Let it get your heart rate up, though. In 4, 3, 2, 1, teeny recovery. No big breaths, no big breaks. We're just gonna get right to the business. If you need to put your booties on, go ahead and put them on now. We're gonna snag our weights, set them over next to your board, just because I want them in place for a little bit later, okay? We're gonna start on the board with a little bit of simple cardio. If you've taken a burn class, you know how to slide, but we'll talk through the basics as we go. In 5 seconds, let's be ready to move. Click your heels together, pressing with your outside foot, drag your leg and slide. In 3, in 2, in 1, slide, slide. Nice and smooth. Really trying to figure out how to lengthen my stroke by pressing the leg long and dragging it like you're doing a little stanky leg. If the kids still do that, I don't know. Take your time, pump the arms through. Even though we're moving now, right, doesn't mean you have to jump right into a sprint. Try to flow a little steadier in this workout. You're gonna be hitting moves that you maybe haven't hit before. So take your time. You got 45 seconds. If you wanna pick up your pace, you can, but I'd encourage you to stay controlled, hinge your hips back, keep your chest tall, just keep popping left to right. Nice and simple. Beautiful, guys. There's going to be another chance to sprint these out later, I promise you. Take your time and be patient. We're moving into a low jog in 5, 4, 3, 2. Sit a little lower, hinge your hips a little deeper, and pump it a little bit quicker now, okay? We went from kind of a more upright position to really dropping down. I want to encourage you to keep your chest up, though. You're probably starting to feel those spine muscles running up the space below your rib cage, above your lumbar spine in the back of your body. Keep them engaged, keep your chest lifted, and try not to tuck your tailbone. Got another 30 seconds here. Push that pace just a little now. And because we spent that first minute lengthening our stroke, we don't have to work as hard to go faster. We just have to pop off with a little more power off that outside edge. 15, nice and smooth. I know you can feel those spine muscles starting to engage. Just notice it for now. We'll need them later. 5 seconds on. Low to high taps in 3, in 2, in 1. Slide over, touch, stand, touch, stand. Hinge your hips back like we did in that good morning. Keep your spine neutral. Try not to round too far forward, right? You're here another 45 seconds. As you're working through this back and forth slide, really check if your tailbone's tucking under. Kick the tailbone back, lift the chest up, straight line through that spine. 30 seconds, let's keep going. And if you're really aware where your spine is in space, you're starting to notice that every tap is a little deadlift down to the ground. Beautiful. 10 seconds on. No big rush. We're staying low with this tap in 4, in 3, in 2. Stay low, tap outside arm to outside edge. Tap, 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 tap. Nice and consistent. Let your legs burn a little bit here, okay? If you need to, you stand up for a second, lengthen your spine, then hinge your hips back and get back to your business. 30 seconds on. Eyes up, chest up. Don't round forward. You can do this. 15. I know this first 5 minutes, you're like, I thought it was easy. Wait a minute, what's happening to me, Scott? 5 seconds on. In 4, 3, 2, 10 seconds to breathe here, okay? I'm gonna ask you for a 45-second sprint. Here we go in 5, 4, hinge your hips, 3, 2, fast as you can go, left to right, push it out. You get a big cardio break after this, go for it. 30 seconds. Challenge yourself, okay? It's easy to show up. It's hard to put it all on the floor. 15. 10 seconds, come on, push, push. In 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. Take a breath. 30 seconds, we need to snag our weights in hand. Big deep breath. For the next 5 minutes, we're focusing on the left leg. Remember, you got light weights here. These exercises don't need a ton of weight. You might drop to body weight only and focus on range of motion, okay? 10 seconds on. Beautiful, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, nice. Let's do our first lateral lunge of the day. Make sure your ankle, knee, and hip are all in a line. Set your left butt cheek back. Let your right leg slide out like a peg leg. And keep that long inner thigh so you're really sealing the outside edge of your right foot like a warrior two. As you stand up out of this motion, lateral raise just above your collarbones. Drop it down nice and deep into this motion. Pick it up. Go smooth and controlled. And just have the knowledge that everything we're doing on the left, we're also going to be doing on the right. So you can take your time here. Focus on contracting those shoulders, because chances are your legs are going to be the first thing to burn out right now. 20 seconds on, we'll move to our second of 5 exercises on this left leg. No need to go much higher than your collarbones, but reach away from your sternum as far as you can. 5 seconds on, we're gonna hinge back into this low lunge in 3, in 2, in 1. Drop down, hinge back into your low lunge. This time we're gonna do a back fly. Reach to the sky, jump and jack your arms forward from a horizontal position, bring it down, drop it down, and stand it up. Let's try that again. Drop, back fly, overhead reach, back fly, return, reset. Feel free to drop your weights and just focus on your scapula squeezing, reaching overhead, dropping back to center, and driving up. This left leg is gonna really burn out here, so you might not need a ton of weight. Slow and controlled. If every other day was a strength and cardio day, this should be a range of motion day for you, okay? 10 seconds on, 1 more rep. Beautiful. In 5, 4, 3, 2, rotate your left hip open. We're gonna hit a reverse lunge into a crescent. This could again be body weight, but I'm gonna use my weights on this one. Slide that right leg back, keep the hips stiff, knee long, reach your hands overhead. Drop it down, stand it up. You can go quicker or slower than me. Just think about what you need to be working on. If you need stability, you should be going slower. If you want to lose a little bit more weight or burn a few more calories, get your heart rate higher by moving quicker. Nice and controlled. And remember, at any time, we can just drop the weights really casually and work with the weight of your bony hands. That's enough if you reach it far enough away from your epicenter. Keep moving through these nice and controlled, 10 seconds on, focusing on pressing your left heel down into the ground and allowing your left knee to be in front of your left hip and in line with your left ankle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your staggered stance here. Just hinge your hip back like we did with that good morning to start, right? Then we'll hit a row, squeeze your shoulder blades, tricep kickback, extend those arms, bring it back, touch the dumbbell to your shoulder, release your row, stand out of your deadlift. Find that left hamstring stretch, row, kick, center, release, stand. Remember, range of motion is your paramount. That means pushing your butt back, extending your elbows to its full length, and really squeezing those shoulder blades till you feel them tap. Every one of these minutes, we're seeking maybe 5 to 10 reps. 8 is usually a pretty good safe space for everybody. 10 seconds on, finish what you're doing. We're moving forward to a staggered lunge curl press, starting with the weight at your hips in 3, 2, 1. Reverse your lunge, curl your dumbbells to your shoulder. Bring your knee in, stand and press. Drop your hands to your hips. Reverse your lunge, curl the shoulder, bring your knee in, stand and press. Just keep it going, nice and fluid. Reverse, curl, knee in, press. You might notice that it's hard to keep your left heel down as you pull that knee in. Take your time and keep the heel connected to find your left glute. Remember how I said you'd be burning it a little bit? Probably starting to feel it. Control your tempo, control your balance. Perfect, guys. 15 seconds. Nail 2 more reps and we'll migrate to the right side of the board in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pop it on over. Join me on the right side. Right heel down, left foot on the board. Lateral lunge to lateral raise. Let's go right for it. Frame up your hip, knee, and ankle. Lateral raise above the collarbone. Nice and simple. For 90% of people in their lateral lunges that we're hitting, they go toe dominant on this right foot. Try to push the arch of your foot and your heel down into the ground, and you'll naturally feel how your tailbone tilts away, and you can engage your glute a little easier. 30 seconds. Nice, guys. Remember, I just got 5-pounders here. I'm not worried so much about that deep hypertrophy burn that you would normally feel. If I go big range of motion, my heart rate's lifting, but I'm also accumulating a ton of stress on the shoulders, just how I'm toning them up. 3, 2, 1, pop up, slide over, hinge your hip back, back fly, forward reach, back to back fly, drop it down, and stand up. Hinge the hip, you know the drill. Take it away. Nice. When you're in this forward reach portion, it's very similar to that good morning we hit earlier in the day, right? Try to get your thumbs up as high as you possibly can, almost like you're pushing gravity away with your wrists higher than your skull. 20 seconds, nice and smooth. In 5, 4, 3, 2, rotate that hip open, reverse lunge to your crescent. Slide that left foot back, hands overhead, stick it long, wrists over shoulders, over hips, over tailbone, drop it down. And if you're looking forward, you might notice that your right knee wants to buckle in inside towards your belly button. Keep it out in line with your hip as you're working. The more advanced you are, the longer that back leg can remain. Really press along through your hip flexor and feel that stretch. Beautiful. Notice the traps starting to burn, the shoulders flaring up a little bit. These are great things. "10 seconds. Super patient as you're working forward here. You're gonna get another chance at all of these because they're complicated, so we need to hit them twice. Moving to your single leg deadlift, row to kick back in 3, 2, right foot off, left foot on, hinge that hip back, stretching out your front leg, meaning your right leg, row, kick, center, drop, squeeze your right hamstring and stand. Sit back to that hamstring stretch. Row, kick, bring, drop, forward. Nice and smooth now. Let's connect it. Keep searching for that deep hamstring stretch in your right leg. Tilt your tailbone up and away. 15 seconds. Give me 3 more reps. 10. In 5, 4, stagger lunge curl press. In 3, 2, carry your weight like suitcases. Slide it back. Curl it up. Drag the knee to staggered. Press overhead. Repeat it. Slide it back. Curl it up. Drag the knee. Press it up. Nice and smooth here. Every time I'm reaching, my goal in reaching is not to get shoulder strength, although that's a byproduct. It's to decompress my spine with length. Go taller, get longer. 30 seconds. It feels so good just to really let it go and reach. Find that extra second to pull your belly button long with length. 10 seconds on. Really solid work, guys. We're moving back to our slides in 4, 3, 2, 1. Set up on your right side. Drop your weights wherever you can, but preferably on your right side of the board. And let's go ahead and slide it out. 60 seconds, smooth jog like we started with, okay? Pump the arms. And if this was 1 and this was 2 and fully bent over was 3, let's hang out in a 2 for a little while. You're noticing now, we're not redlining the heart rate, right? We're just gonna keep it smooth and consistent. I promise right at the end of this little slide, we got a chance to redline. So if that's what you're seeking, it will be found. 20 seconds on. We'll drop down to that low position in 15. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, hinge it even lower. Let's go. I'm trying to pick my pace up just a touch here, okay? This is gonna be your last round of sprinting in the cardio slide. So let it go here. 3 minutes of work and we're back to the weights. Come on, I can go quicker. I know I can. Notice your tailbone wanting to tuck. Tilt it back like we practiced at the very start. 20 seconds. Ooh, baby, come on. Ooh. This is no joke, guys. 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, stand up tall, low tap, slide and throw the confetti overhead, low tap. Remember that cat hang in there poster. Let's stretch our belly button with length. Woo. As I'm fatiguing, it's harder for me to judge the power I need to get across the board. And that's very natural. Try to control that process and see if you can land softly, even though you're exploding tough across the board. 30 seconds. Each touch is a hinge at the hip, a flat spine deadlift, right? 20 seconds on, just keep consistent. 15, we move into those low taps for a full minute. I know your heart rate's jacked, find a way. In 4, 3, 2, sit low, load up, tap, tap. Here we go. Tap, tap, tap. Nice and smooth. Connect the dots and tap your heels together. You got 40 seconds on. Keep breathing, stay deep. Flex your tailbone back and keep your chest tall. Straight line through the spine, okay? That's what we need. 30 seconds, keep pushing. For you, it might mean you have to look forward. That might get your cervical spine lifted, and the corresponding T-spine below it will also lift a little bit, yeah? 15, keep digging. We have a tiny little recovery in 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. We got 10 seconds left in this recovery, okay? And we're gonna go for our deepest, strongest sprint we can possibly hit. Show power and precision in 5, 4, 3, 2, sprint it side to side. 45 seconds to dig through this thing. I'm spotting my targets because I'm starting to get a little tired. That should be natural for you. Come on, push. Think 35 seconds in this sprint. You gotta keep digging. Little less, it's about 20 actually. Come on. 15. 10 seconds, push, push, push. In 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. Very nice. Take your breath. 30 seconds to snag your weights. They should be on the right side of your board still if you left them there. And you know all the things we're gonna do. Try to control it. It won't be perfect, but it can get better over the minute, not worse. Just think about that. We'll get this thing going in 4, 3, 2, lateral lunge, frame your ankle, knee, and hip, lateral raise. Remember, we're seeking about 8 to 10 reps. 5 to 10 would be okay too. What do you want to focus on? More reps means more calories burnt. Deeper reps means stronger glutes and less injuries over time. You can make a choice. 30 seconds on. You got to that 12th rep already. You're like, man, I don't think I can do another one right now without being sloppy. Take a little break. I'm moving forward no matter what in 15 seconds. Remember, we'll hinge the hip, back fly, forward jack those arms and return in 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, hinge your hip, back fly, forward reach, back fly, return and stand. Go again, hinge and slide, back fly, reach, fly, stand. Nice and smooth, right? The more you hinge this hip parallel to the floor beneath you, the easier it's gonna be for you to fight gravity up in your back fly, and the same with your forward reach. Really healthy for your rotator cuff muscles, but you gotta be in control of this thing. Drop your weights if you can't get a big range of motion. 20 seconds on, find a way. Beautiful, 10, come on. Staying on this right side, reverse lunge in 5, 4, 3, 2. Rotate open, right foot forward, left foot on. Reverse lunge to crescent. Reach it up, drop it down. Take your time. I'm looking for range, right? The struggle comes after the length. And I've been doing on this slide board for 4 years now. And every couple of reps, I'm still gonna lose my balance. So if you're losing your balance every rep, don't feel bad about it. Find a way to fix it. That usually means going a little bit slower and reaching a little bit longer. Keep digging, 20 seconds. This is the point where it's very easy to hit pause and take time off. Try to fight through it. I know what you're feeling. I'm doing it with you. 5 seconds on, okay? Hit your final rep in 3, 2, 1. Right foot forward, left foot on. Hinge that right hip back, and you see how far my butt pushes back, right? Row, kick, return, release, squeeze your glutes and abs. Good, guys. There's not much more to coach at this point. You guys should be experts. You've been hitting these moves for 20 minutes now. Beautiful, 20 seconds. Oh, if you're fatiguing, go for length. Trust yourself to slow down and be more precise. 10. We got a reverse lunge to stagger curl press in 5, 4. Carry your weight like suitcases, let's go. Slide that left foot back, curl to your shoulder. Drag the left knee into staggered, press overhead. Release, release, repeat. Slide, curl, drag, press. If you're fatiguing, press for more length at the top. And take a second to really stick it. Digging through, 20 seconds on, okay? Doesn't have to be fast, but try not to break your stride. 15. 10. I feel my balance leaving me. I gotta be more precise. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it across, left side. 5 minutes and your goose is cooked, okay? Lateral lunge to raise, here we go. Slide it out, stand it up, lateral raise. Abs engaged the whole way through, really lifting just above your collarbones. There's just that slight inward rotation from your shoulders, okay? Kind of like you're pouring out a glass of milk or something. Remember my first cue on these lateral lunges. Most of us will go toe dominant here. You gotta fight to push your heel back down. 20 seconds. You're good here. Got a little glisten going. Ain't nothing wrong with that now. Your second workout's gonna be mopping up your floor. That ain't my fault. That's your fault for being so well hydrated. Drink some water after this. 4, 3, 2, hinge, back fly, and reach. You know it. Hinge, back fly, reach, return, repeat. Let's go. Straight line spine. Don't change it for me now. 30 seconds. Find a way. I'm struggling, guys. Nothing wrong with that. We gotta work. There's not a single Olympian who does an easy workout. They might stretch, but they work hard when they need to, and now you need to. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, rotate that hip open, reverse lunge and crescent. Let's go for it. Reverse and crescent, get low, reach tall, drop it down. If you're pulling your belly in, your spine won't take the load. Nice and consistent right now, guys. This is where it's easy to stop. I feel it. I take breaks to coach you all up sometimes. Try to find a way to be better than me. That's what I want for you anyway, okay? 15. 10 seconds. You got these. We're so close to the end here. Single leg deadlifts in 4, 3, 2. Front leg is left leg. Hinge the hip. Row, kick, return, release. Squeeze your hamstring and stand. Find that left hamstring stretch here, okay? And really lock those elbows out all the way. We gotta be precise as we fail. Nice and patient, okay? There's no rush. The slower you go, the harder this is gonna be at this point. Perfect. 20 seconds on. You're finishing with that stagger curl press. You know what it is. In 10. Oh boy. We can do it though, right? Yes, I can. I can do this. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Weights like suitcases. Reverse it. Curl it. Stagger it. Press it. Return, release, go again. You got this, guys. Last minute, okay? Don't fail on me now. Failure only happens when you stop trying. It's okay to get beat for a second. Just don't stay down. We got this. 30 seconds on. I'm not going to quit on you right now. Don't quit on me either. 20. 15. 10 seconds. Come on, baby. In 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. You made it. Take a second to breathe. Put your hands on your hips if you need to, or if you're a champ, keep them overhead. That's what we're gonna fight for right now. A few seconds to catch your breath. We're gonna finish with an easy release and stretch, but also a way to relax your spine. It's gonna be a spinal roll, which I'll show you in just 5 seconds. We're going forward to tuck our chin in 3, 2, know a lot happened. Try to be here for this last piece. Tuck your chin, round your cervical spine vertebrae. Let your fingertips drip down your thighs, past your knees as you round your upper spine, middle spine below your rib cage, lower spine above your lumbar. Eventually fully fold forward, and then tuck your fingertips underneath your toes. Imagine you're gonna deadlift your 300-pound feet, pull up on your toes, flatten out your spine and look forward. Really strong engagement, all those muscles we've been hitting when we were bent over and sliding. Fold forward again, press your knees long, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Hands overhead. Let's go again. Hands down. Tuck your chin. Roll your vertebrae. Drip your fingers. Tuck your fingers. Deadlift your feet. Flatten out. Bend forward. Press the knees. Roll it up. Reach. Release the shoulders with length. 30 seconds. This is the end of your day, okay? $20. There's plenty of amazing stretch classes on here. You probably need a little time, but go ahead and check out anyone's beautiful 10-minute stretch program because you worked really hard and you might need a little extra release after these new motions so your body doesn't say never do it again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys, could we have done more? I don't think so. My name's Scott. This has been tough. I got the proof all around my board. I bet you do too. Be careful where you step. Always beautiful and wonderful work for you and work for my favorite company, Burn. And as always, I'll see you guys next time you hit play. Great job.